your grandma down at this kitchen. I got a good one for you today. You don't want to miss it. I'm going to do peach cobbler. I'm continuing on my holiday season. Okay? And so we are going to do peach cobbler. Okay? All right? So you're going to need peaches. I'm going to do peach cobbler for 4 in the family. So you're going to need peaches, 2 cans of peaches. You're going to need allspice, cinnamon, and nutmeg. You're going to need vanilla flavoring. You're going to need a stick of butter. You're going to need sugar, 2 cups of sugar for this much. Okay? Now I buy the pie crust already made because it's cheaper. Okay? And so, and this is flour, all-purpose flour. So what we're going to do is, now this is wax paper. And what this is for is to put into our dish, whatever dish you have. We're going to put, after we roll out the dough and put it in here, we're going to put wax paper on top of it and cook it in the oven. We're going to put these beans on it so that so it won't be so doughy. We're going to bake it for like 10 minutes in the oven before we put our filling on it. Okay? So I'll show you how it's done. Alright? So what we're going to do, we're going to set this aside. And we're going to open our, and remember when you get cans, always, I've already cleaned them off, always clean them off with a wet towel or a wet dish rag, okay? Because they've been sitting in the store and you don't know if any critters come through the store sometime or not, or they were sitting in the warehouse before they got to the store, before the store ordered them. So that's why you do that. You clean them off. Okay? So the reason why I'm putting it over in this pan right here, what I want to do is show you that if you, after you open them and you put all your ingredients in, you set it on the stove for about 5 minutes and let it blend in. Let all of the ingredients blend in. Okay? So we're going to have a stick of butter. Alright? Okay? And we're going to have, since we have 2 big cans, we're going to put a tablespoon. See, this is a tablespoon. We're going to put a tablespoon of the ingredients in it, okay? This is cinnamon. This is nutmeg. All right, we're going to put a tablespoon of cinnamon. We want to make sure it's nice and the nice and flavorful. So we want to make sure we have the flavor. This is what's going to give it that good flavor, okay? All right. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put 2 cups of sugar. All right. Let me see if it's going to make a cup. I'm just going to need a little bit more. That's why I got the I brought this out. Okay. Let's give us a little bit more. See, the makeup, that's going too big too. And then we're going to use a tablespoonful of, and I got my oven heating 350 degrees because we're going to bake it inside the oven for an hour, but we're going to bake it 10 minutes with the beans on the paper. I'll show you so that we can won't have that, because when you eat, if you don't make it crisp, the crust crisp before you put your filling in, you get that doughy taste. And you don't want a doughy taste. You want a crispy taste to your filling. Okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to go over to the stove and we're going to let this all melt together. Blend in. Alright? So I would say we're going to leave it on the stove for about, I would say 10 minutes. Let it all blend in real good. Alright? There you have it. We're going to put it on medium heat and let this heat up. Alright? And while that's heating, we'll go over and we'll do our crust. Is we're going to take some flour and put it on our kneading board. Okay? So we're going to put the crust in our dish. Now you can use whatever dish you prefer. You don't have to use the same type of dish that I'm using. Whatever kind of dish you got at home. But use a Pyrex. I like the Pyrex because, you know, you can see through them. You know what I mean? But any kind of Pyrex that you have at home, I'm sure you have a Pyrex at home. You don't have to go out and get a special Pyrex. Use the same Pyrex you have at home. If you have a round one, use the round one. You know what I mean? It's just that I have so many of them. I can, because I use them all the time. Okay? So let's unravel it. And let's, now if you want to, you can put a little, cooking spray at the bottom, but you don't have to. So let's move this over. Let's get this over out of the way so we can. Okay. All right. Now in Mississippi, my mom, my aunties and my mom, my grandmother and all of them, they made their own crust. But here, you know, they have crust and it's very good and it's very economical. And you don't have to buy all the, so it's cost effective. So if you want to say it's a semi homemade peach cobbler, you can say that. Okay? All right. Okay. Okay. Now you just rolled it until you get to the consistency you want, the thinness that you want, and then you just, okay, put it in the pan. All right. So I'm going to put it this way. All right. Because, see, you want to make sure that it overlaps so that, see? All right. You See there? And if you want to, you can wet your hand and let me go wet my hand and a little water on my hand. See, I got my hands wet. So we're gonna do it. All right. Put a little water on it. Okay. And then I'm gonna cut a little bit off that's just hanging over. I'm gonna cut it off. We don't need that. All right. Okay. All right. So this is what we need. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put this in it over. All right. I got some scissors here. I'm going to cut this little part off. Okay. So we're going to push it down like so. All right. Now we're going to take these beans. Now, after you use these beans, you can cook them. You can eat them. You can cook them, because this is just to flatten out the dough, to keep the dough from crumbling up. Okay. So, but the beans, these are pinto. You can use any kind of beans you want. Any kind of beans you got at home. All right. So I'm going to cut this little. Where did I do my scissors? Oh, here they are, right here. I'm going to cut this extra off. I don't need all this extra. I'm going to cut it off. All right. And I got my stove heating at 350 degrees. And we're going to cook it about 10 minutes. Okay. All right. So I'll be back. And we'll put in the filling in 10 minutes. Okay. Welcome back. Now what we're gonna do is, now see why I need you to put it on the stove first and let it cook. All of this seasoning is integrated into the juice. You see, you know, sometimes when you go and you order peach cobbler, some of it has, you can taste the flavoring, and others is not, you can't taste it. That's why we heat it up here at Grandma Doctor's kitchen and let it blend in, so that all of it is blend in. Okay? And then what you can do is you can taste it. Don't be afraid to taste your food. So good. You can taste it to make sure it's sweet enough. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So we're going to take this out. All right. You see? You see the dough? You see? Okay. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pour it over into our pan. Okay. Let's pour it over in here. Now remember, you don't want to put it all the way to the top, because if you do, it's going to boil out in the oven. So you just want it, you want to make sure that you have space. Okay? Not all the way to the top. It's gonna boil over. I'm telling you, people, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. Now we're gonna make the top. So we're gonna take a crust, another pie crust, Because remember, in the pie crust, it comes two crusts, and they separate. So we want to now remember, peach cobbler, you're gonna have that brown looking. You see how it looks brown? That's a cobbler, okay? That's the way a cobbler should look. All right. So let's roll this out. Take the rolling pin and roll it out. We're going to get a little, let me get a little flour on there. Okay. Wait, we could use that probably. All right. Now, if you wanted to make your juice a little bit thicker, you use a little cornstarch. But I like mine, and my kids like theirs. They don't like it real thick. So it depends. It depends. Sometimes I put cornstarch in it to make it thicken it up, but you don't have to, because that's good enough. That's going to be a very good cobbler. It's a very good cobbler. I taste it. Okay. And of course you're going to cut your strips according to the size of your bowl. You know what I mean? So now, okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go crossways. All right? Okay? Right? So this is a long one, so what I'm going to do is cut it in half. Right there. See, I cut it right there. See? Now, when we have family reunions, I have to always make a peach cobbler. I'm the peach cobbler maker. Okay? Now, this is a little trick I do. This is brown sugar. So that when the people taste the topping, It has a little brown sugar on it, so that helps to make it taste real tasty. But we just put a little bit, and if you want to, you can put it in a sifting and just sift it over it. But I just put it over with my hand. All right. Now there you have it. Now we're going to bake it in the oven for 1 hour, 350 degrees, okay? All right. And I'll be back and I'll show you what it looks like. You ain't got to worry about dishing it up or nothing. This is nice looking. That's nice. That's a nice peach cobbler. Okay. Welcome back. Now I wanted to show you the beans that I use. Now see what you do. You have to clean them and wash them. Okay. See that? All right. So you just clean these and wash them and soak them and cook them. And so I put them in here, and you can use smoked turkey. Any kind of meat you want to use with them, because they good. Okay, and I just put them in a container, and I put them up until I get ready to cook them. You know what I mean? All right, I wanted to show you that tidbit. Okay, now this is the finished product. This is your peach cobbler. Okay. All right. So let's try it. This, this is what I love to do best. Okay? All right. And let's have some ice cream. All right? Good, good, good. Let's try it. So good. So good. Delicious. And you can use any kind of ice cream you want, or you can eat it without ice cream. I always get ice cream. Now remember, you can use as many peaches as you like. So delicious. So good. Love it. I love it. I can't stop eating it. Very good. Very good. This is real, real, real good. You gotta try it. You got to try it. So good. So good. Now remember, I have a cookbook. Diamonds, Mississippi Soul Food. Okay? You can order it from me, or you can order it from Amazon. If you order it from me, you'll get an autographed copy. Okay? And it's $15 plus $3 to ship it to you. Alright? Get a dozen of them for your friends and your family, your relatives. And you can send me the name and address that you want it to go to, and I will autograph it for them and send it directly to them. Okay? Alright? Alright. Okay? Remember, I have another YouTube channel. It's called Peace Through the Storm. And it's about the storms of life and how to navigate through your storm. Because everybody's going to have storms. But 90% of the people that have storms in life park by them and they never get over them. So we teach you how to let go of the past, how to navigate through your storms, and you don't be surprised when a storm comes. You're not going to live on this earth and not have storms. It's going to be storms in your life. And we teach you how to deal with that. We teach you how to, because once you learn how to recover from whatever the situation is or whatever the storm is, it could be people, it could be situations that happen. Trouble happens to everybody in life. I don't care who they are. I don't care how much money they got. And you got to know that, and you got to know that you can make it through them. Just don't park. Most people park. They park and they're always rehearsing over and over and over what happened. We got to let it go, people. We got to learn how to let it go, and we got to learn how to change our thinking so that we can be victorious, and we are made to outlast our storms. But most of us don't outlast them because we don't know that. So we teach that, okay? And if you like my cooking, subscribe. I need some more subscribers. So subscribe and tell your friends, okay? I need some subscribers. And also go to my other channel. YouTube allowed me to have two channels. So I got a cooking channel, soul food, and then I got spiritual food. So go to them and check them out so that I can stay on. Okay? Alright? And subscribe. Remember, I need you to subscribe. Okay? Happy eating to you.